How much money do you plan/hope to inherit? Not getting anything. My remaining family have become peak goyim. My grandfather left everything to my grandma, now 94 and in a care home with dementia, and my boomer mother and aunt are already fighting over that inheritance. My own parents are divorced. My mother's lifestyle costs $88,000 per year to maintain, that's more than double mine, which includes my wife and kid. My sister lives destitute and I help her when possible. My dad got remarried to a girl just a bit older than me, which I'm honestly okay with because she takes care of him. My dad's mom has no money at all at age 87, so all his extra care goes to her, and I'll just assume he'll leave whatever material wealth left to his new wife. Hopefully somewhere in the neighborhood of $600,000. Nothing. Literally nothing, and I'm trying to make more money so I can take care of my mom so she doesn't have to work. If anyone born after 1980 inherits anything, it'll be debt. My dad makes $250,000 a year, but I'd be surprised if I see a cent. He's in his 70s and has a wife in her 30s. He's a simp and will give it all to her 100%. Got $500,000 no strings in my 20s. Great, generous Gen X parents that love me. Will probably inherit $1 million more. My parents are broke, my grandparents are leaving everything to my silly head uncle. Wife's family has property she may inherit, but no will means a legal fight for sure, and who knows when that'll happen. I'm the only one in my family who isn't a silly head, sorta. No, I know there's something to be inherited, but what and how much are unknown. One day it may be a relief to my current debt, but I don't have enough info to plan off of. I'm a bastard. My mom was a screw-up, she's in her 60s and couch surfing. My grandmother lived with my mom her entire life, and without my grandmother my mom can't afford to hold down a place. I will inherit nothing, but my home is paid for and I live within my budget and grow my wealth daily. I have zero debt. I've learned from the mistakes of my elders. That feeling when your parents bought a house before 2010, you are literally going to inherit $1 million in equity. My boomer parents reverse mortgaged their house to go on a luxury cruise. I'm literally getting nothing. $100,000 when my parents pass. I have some plans for it with some investments. My parents have about $20 million in assets, making about $1 million a year. We don't talk, so I don't plan on getting any. $5 million and half of $2 million worth of real estate. I'll be probably 45 to 50 until it happens, might be worth more then. My dad owns a $4 million home and never once bought a stock or mutual fund or ETF or any other sort of ethnic banking instrument. I don't think he knows anything about finances. Mum's got a 4-bedroom house and a flat paid off, but I got 2 sisters, so not that great, plus I left the country anyway. Dad's got F all, he's still renting for F's sake. My parents won't give me anything, but they also know and I don't want anything, so I've been made executor of the estate and will have the joy of dividing up several $1 million between my squabbling siblings. I don't speak to my family often. Grandpa makes $2 to $5 million per year. For some 40 years his job was buying failing businesses, making them successful, then selling them while retaining some equity. Only keeps $100,000 on hand for himself. All the rest gets donated to his local churches, which are certainly drifting, almost all of it. At least they hand out peanut butter sandwiches to the homeless every Sunday. He's going to donate 100% of everything he owns to his church at death. Father makes shy of $200,000 but somehow lives paycheck to paycheck, spending it all on new trucks and phones and whatever crap he thinks he needs. I suspect a hard $0 to $100 inheritance. Each of us should get $1 million, but that won't be till we're 70s, cause my dad will live to 89 and my mom will live to 120. My dad blew all his money. He lived through the most prosperous time in human history, failed to invest, and is going to die poor and probably alone. I never expected anything from him, but it's still depressing to think about what a loser he is. It's so hard for me to believe people donate all of their money before ensuring their kids will be okay. People do strange stuff with money though. Have only one cousin on my dad's side. My aunt leaves him $1.8 million and his parents $100,000. Cousin immediately F's off from the family and lawyers up. His parents are dead to him by this point. Parents can either make him wait 10 years to get his money at the cost of them having to wait for their $100K, or let him have the money now and they also get their $100K immediately. They let him have the $1.8 million without contest. Also on my mom's side there is my mom and her 2 sisters. The other one is a multimillionaire. My grandmother divided her assets among them equally, which I think is BS. At this rate I'll get next to nothing in any inheritance. No money, but my mother is giving me the house. It's a 2-family near a train station that has a 30-minute ride into NYC. Worth a pretty penny. $0. I got an email from my dad, 75, about how I want to receive my inheritance. I told him to donate it to his favorite charities. Cool guy, but I don't want any money from him. I only ever asked him for $300 when I was 19. His financial duty to me ended when I turned 18. The $300 was a gift. He's sitting on a few million right now. Around $1 million, which I already have, so not needed. $150,000 wife's uncle. $500,000 from wife's grandma. $100,000 from wife's dad. $800,000 from my parents. $200,000 from my grandparents. Feel pretty set for life. My parents are going back to work, so nothing. I might inherit 7 figures in USD. However, my father will likely attempt some outrageously stupid plan like putting that money into a taxable annuity, effectively meaning that I inherit nothing to a combination of taxes, fees, and inflation eating that money to nothing. Why would he do that? He's an idiot when it comes to even basic finance, but thinks he's smarter than everyone else. I've posted here before about it, and the response I've gotten is that's impossible. Nobody can accumulate millions and be that financially silly. Those people don't quite understand just how idiot-proof the boomer economy was. Literally nothing, no grandparents, 1 dead parent, 1 alive and in debt parent. I suspect I'll have close to $10 million from my parents. They both have jobs that provided pensions, and my one parent works for the state government. They're both planning on passing down their 401ks to me and just living off their Social Security and pensions. I'm not letting this affect my own financial goals. My wife and I are projected to have $1 million in net worth once the economy rebounds. Our average age is 31, sadly no kids yet. My parents will probably blow all of their money on long-term care. Everyone in this thread that doesn't consider this possibility is a midwit. My dad is married to an evil roastie who'll make sure I inherit nothing from him. My mum's broke, so I won't inherit anything from her.